Hey, this is the Entertainment Advice Channel. What I want to talk about today is a topic of the problem with anime. So, just before this video starts, I just want to make it clear I'm not an anime hater. And not only am I not someone who hates anime, I'm also someone who has an extreme degree of respect and love for the genre of anime. I think it's a very good, interesting genre. It has the best quality artwork, it has the best quality storylines, it has the best quality, just straight up, even just for that matter, fight scenes. It's definitely superior to Western animations, even on an objective level. So I definitely want to make that clear before this video sucks. It's not just some stupid person who just goes online saying, "Oh, I hate anime," but didn't even understand it for that matter. This is someone who actually understands anime and respects it. Okay, and it's not of course, another type of person that I think we all hate, a rage baiter, type person. This is not that type of channel. Okay, so I just want to make that clear before this video gets started. Okay, this is just a constructive criticism I have of anime because I see this problem in anime a lot. Okay, so now that we've gone at started out of the way, let's get started talking, of course, about what my problem with anime is. And the problem I had with anime is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the philosophical element of anime. Because the truth of the matter is, if you haven't noticed when you watch anime, for that matter, they tend to have a lot of tropes that they have in anime. When it comes to the moral of the story, for that matter. Okay, whether it could be violence is never the answer, you know, revenge is not the answer as well. Or if it's not that, to be quite honest with you, another one that obviously can come up, maybe if anything, could be, of course, as well, maybe a topic about like life doesn't have a purpose, and all that type of stuff. Like it has a lot of like nihilism, in other words. It has a lot of those tropes in it, and I've just really realized I really hate these tropes because the truth of the matter is, not only is it, you know, of course, a lot of them have plot holes in them. There's a lot of flaws to those ideologies, but they also, of course, no surprise, is something that's divisive, which means some people will agree on the message, some people will not agree on the message, which brings me to the main point I'm trying to get across is that when people watch shows like anime and just in general entertainment, they want to escape, for that matter. Okay, because the truth of the matter is, when people watch anime, they want to immerse themselves in the experience. Okay, they want to feel like they're actually in the world, whether it could be traveling throughout a landscape or something, like the world of, like, maybe like the Final Fantasy world, if you want to say, or it could be like maybe traveling to other planets or something, or whatever. They truly want to feel like they're actually in the world they're living in. Of course, they know it's not real, but at the same time, they just still want that element of an escape, especially if their lives in general are not very good in real life. So that's the truth of the matter, to be quite blunt and honest with you. Okay, so if I'm watching something for entertainment because I want to escape from reality, let alone just watch something that's just enjoyable to watch, in other words, entertaining to watch, why the hell do I want to watch something that's going to make me feel uncomfortable? And this is a problem I have with these philosophical arguments, okay? Specifically, the ones I'll be talking about for this video is this whole violence is never the answer, slash of course, let's not forget the infamous people suck, and of course the idea that that vengeance is never the answer, forgiveness is the answer, sort of shit. Like, the problem I have with those things, okay, to be quite honest with you, those type of topics that obviously can be very, 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 very painful for people at times, okay, is that when I look at things like that, okay, to be quite honest with you, why do I want to look at something that, if I see things a different way, specifically when it comes to violence, the violent element, even more specifically, okay, like the idea that violence is never the answer, or revenge is never the answer, sort of shit. Why do I want to look at something that is meant to teach me that if I do not see things a certain particular way, then it makes me a bad person? And that's a problem I have with these philosophical attacks. So, these philosophical arguments they make in anime, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, when people watch things like entertainment, okay, I just want to chill, relax, and just have a good quality story. Um, and not just a good quality story that's well written, but just watch really good quality action scenes that are enjoyable to watch. Yes, there might be some morals to the story, to be quite blunt and honest with you, obviously, but it could be for more obvious things that actually are easy to understand, like why betrayal is not a good idea, to not let money corrupt your head, so on and so forth, things like that, versus things that are just absolutely designed to bring out the fucking worst in people. Like topics like vengeance. I'm gonna keep it 100% real with y'all, man. That shit brings out the fucking worst in people. That type of topic, specifically for the ones who do not agree with the idea that vengeance is never the answer. Like that's the type of shit you will see the worst side of people, for that matter, when it comes up. Just like the topic of relationships. Relationships, you will see like a side of people, okay? Even among the best people, and sometimes even the quiet people, you will go like, I never knew he would respond a way like this, okay? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's one of those types of topics that's like relationships. Like, it can bring out the absolute worst in people and make even the nicest, logical, intelligent, whatever type people say things you would have never imagined they could say, specifically when it comes to nastiness, okay? And when it comes to the topic of vengeance, it's no different. It's a topic that's very, very, very divisive, and it makes people feel very uncomfortable. And when I'm watching a freaking TV show like anime, I just want to sit back and relax and enjoy it. I'm not focusing on topics that will make me and my friends and stuff argue and have issues with each other, or even just in general, for that matter, going further up, when you generalize everything, of course, when you have like topics, that you're discussing maybe in general, like on online chat forums and stuff, will just make people who might have actually been relatively okay with each other have mad issues with each other. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say here. And that's why I hate this fucking trope so goddamn much. It's not even funny. This whole moral of the story, philosophical arguments that they make for anime, okay? The whole, violence is never the answer slash pacifism type crap, it's just not worth watching, because at the end of the day, it just brings out a worse bad side of even you and other people, because not everyone in the world sees the things the same way, which brings up a question of like, why do we even, bring it up in the freaking first place, And that's what I'm trying to say here. That's why I get so freaking pissed when I hear this type of stuff, okay? Besides, the truth of the matter is, I'm not saying that they can't cover these topics, but if it's done, it has to be done well. And it's a lot of times it's not done well. And not only is it not done well, the biggest one of all is it's oversaturated in media. Literally every mainstream popular anime show will have these tropes in it, and it makes people who have been through a lot in life, like a lot of shit, feel very, very, very uncomfortable, and even just straight up not feel uncomfortable, but feel like they're being called out and put down in a world that already has made them had enough reasons to hate it, for that matter, okay? That's the truth of the matter, specifically people who have been bullied, or maybe have had some really traumatic experiences in life, like they were victims of abuse by maybe guardians, like parental guardians and all that type of stuff, and things like that. It just makes them feel more hurt, because I see things a certain particular way, and when I watch this anime show, and not just this anime show, but a lot of anime shows, it tries to teach me, oh, because I see this as seeing this particular way, that makes me just as bad as the person who did it, which is wrong, okay? Because the truth of the matter is, these are people who are victims of pain. Why the hell should they be called out and be tried to make feel guilty for something that's not their fault, that they didn't start in the first place? And that's what pisses me off about anime. Is that they have this stuff in it all the time, and people just want to just chill and relax and enjoy something, not be caught up with having to hear this type of crap all the time. Oh, it makes you just as bad as a person and this and that if you think in this type of way and stuff. Like no, like people just want to just chill and relax. when they do this stuff. Not have every anime TV show, in other words, Japanese animation, um, try to teach them to see this world this particular way that not necessarily everyone's going to agree with. For that matter, specifically realize a lot of those points are not necessarily true. Because in life, when it comes to dealing with issues, there's no such thing as a one size fits all. So the truth of the matter is that's my problem with it. Because when people want to watch entertainment, people want to be distracted, not be reminded of people that they hate in real life, and not just hate in real life, but be reminded, okay, because I don't see things this particular way, then it must mean I'm a bad person. And that's the truth of the matter, to be quite blunt and honest with you. So anyway, this is my video. This is all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed it. And just remember, if you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumbs this video up and hit the subscribe button. And that is all. And simply put it, I am out. So bye.